Hi, my name is Bob Gersh. I'm a reverse mortgage specialist at iReverse Home Loans. And today I'd like to talk to you briefly about that retirement home. Some of us, upon retiring, decide that we want to stay exactly where we are. We enjoy the home that we have, that we've been in for many years. And we want to stay there, and this is where we'd like to spend the rest of our lives. And that's great. And so your decision is already made as to your retirement home. It's where you currently are. Now, for those of us who dream and or desire to go someplace else and spend our retirement years in a different climate, maybe it's enjoy golfing year round, maybe it's going to the beach, maybe it's just not having to deal with that house we've been in, it's too big. Or it could be that we just desire to have everything conveniently done for us, or not having to take care of our own lawn or maintenance or things like that. So for lots of reasons, we're looking for that retirement home. Well, when you're out there looking, I'd like to put a few thoughts out there which you may want to consider, and it may or may not be appropriate for you, but something to consider. And that is how you handle the financing of that purchase. Well, a lot of people will pay cash for their home, and the reason they do that is, one, they have the cash because they've sold their existing home, and what they end up doing is they end up converting that illiquid investment into a liquid investment, and then once they find the new place, converting it back into an illiquid investment. The money's now tied up again. But most people will say, well, I have to do that because I don't want to get a mortgage. I don't want to finance our new place. Reason why? Because I don't want to have to make those mortgage payments. My cash in has been reduced by my retirement income, and my cash out needs to be also reduced accordingly. Also, a lot of people are considering how much I can afford to buy in their retirement home based on what I receive from the proceeds of my existing sale. Well, let's talk about both of those issues. One, as far as the liquidity and illiquidity, you might want to consider using the home equity conversion mortgage, known as a reverse mortgage, for financing that purchase, whereas you only have to put down approximately 1/3, depending on your age, of the value of that new property. Therefore, 2/3, which is what you would otherwise have taken from your original home and put into the new property, can be kept out of the equation, and therefore that's funds which you can have liquidity to utilize towards your retirement. Now that can make a big difference in your what you can do, and over a period of years how you handle your finances. So that that's an option of keeping significant liquidity. Also, when you're looking at the purchase price of that new home, you also can look at the fact, since you're only putting 1/3 down, you potentially might be able to stretch a little and buy that home that you really want for retirement and not be as limited because, again, you have 2/3 of the purchase price with a mortgage. So that financing goes a long way to allow you to get what you really want. And this is a great time to do that when you're retiring, to enjoy life. The other part of the equation is, reason people don't get that mortgage typically is a conventional mortgage. You have to make that monthly mortgage payment. Well, a home equity conversion mortgage, known as a reverse mortgage, has special attributes. Among those, you do not have to make a monthly mortgage payment. You still pay your real estate taxes timely, your homeowner's insurance. If there's a condo fee, you pay that. But on a reverse mortgage, your payments are not paid until after you sell the property. Typically, you can stay in the property for the rest of your life as long as it's safe. And then once you leave the property, you have a year to dispose of the property. Or if it's being given to a relative, they can refinance it and pay off the mortgage. But basically, when you sell the house, you pay off the loan. You don't make a payment on a monthly basis. So your cash flow is not going to be affected, the money coming in, it won't be affected by the money going out because you're not making that monthly mortgage payment on the going out. So you can be able to utilize the reverse mortgage to be able to finance that property and have liquidity because you're not putting all your money back into a property, and two, your cash flow payments per month don't have to include that mortgage payment. You may make a mortgage payment if you desire, but you don't have to, and that's something you want to look at when making your decision of what property to pay for and how much to pay and how that ties into your whole retirement program. So these are some of the thoughts that you might want to consider. We'd be more than pleased to talk to you to make a determination if this program may or may not fit your particular situation. And if you determine that it does, then we'll be very willing to work with you to be able to get this transaction completed and get the financing in place for you, and so you can buy that retirement home that you want to have. And we'll work with you for that. And our number, if you'd like to contact us to find out if this program makes any sense for you, is 781-202-7475, and our extension is 700. And again, it's 781-202-7475, extension 700. You can also on the web go to askbobgersh.com. That's AskBobgersh.com for our website, and from there can get a lot more information regarding the home equity conversion mortgage known as a reverse mortgage. And again, if you are looking to stay in place at home where you've been living all these years, that's great. At least you've made that decision. And if some financing with that situation makes sense, we'd be happy to talk about that with you to be able to convert some of that hard-earned equity in your property into more liquidity for your future retirement and stay where you are. And if you've decided you're selling, you're moving, and you're going to buy the new place and would like to talk to us about some of your alternatives as far as how to finance that purchase, we'd be more than pleased to work with you and to answer any of your questions, and wish you the best in your search, whichever way you go, and hopefully your journey brings you to the home that you really will enjoy over the next number of years. Thank you, and have a good day.